mission begins in 30 seconds.
What is Demoman's best primary? If you were thinking what I was, then you know that it is the loose cannon. Okay, but really, you can read, you saw the title. The Iron Bomber is kinda busted compared to the other grenade launchers. When it comes to raw power and versatility, nothing really comes close. You got stock, which has shitty pills that fly all over the place, the lock and load, which used to be pretty decent, I don't know, about half a decade ago, and then the loose cannon, which I can't even enjoy ironically. I'm sorry, I'm not that much of a masochist. So what makes this thing so good exactly? Well, if you look at these stats right here, it becomes very clear very quickly that this thing has a lot of things going for it, and almost nothing bringing it down. The lack of bouncing or rolling makes the grenades better for area denial if you want to use them for that, and bunching up around each other. The reduced fuse time makes it more punishing to enemies that stay within the range of the grenades, and both of these stats combined can actually open up opportunities to do things like grenade jumping. The only downside the weapon has is a slightly smaller explosion radius, but this doesn't mean too much since you have more controls over where your grenades will stay. The Iron Bomber is most useful for, well, bombing things. When it kills someone, flick your mouse up in the air and go wild. If you angle your shots well, you can make areas a long way away from you very unsafe to traverse for enemies. Also, the Iron Bomber's grenades may or may not travel further than stock. Source projectile collisions are weird, and since the Iron Bomber's grenades are different from stock, they don't always go the same place. Sometimes they even go a shorter distance. I don't even know, to be honest. And what loadouts could you incorporate this weapon into, and how should you play when you use it? I believe the Iron Bomber is the best grenade launcher in the game, so it's preferable in any loadout that can utilize a grenade launcher. Stock demo, hybrid knight, defensive or offensive, pretty much anything that isn't pure demo knight. If you're playing a hybrid knight, you now have a consistent way to propel yourself in the air. Grenade jumping may not give you nearly as much height as sticky jumping, but combining grenade jumps with shield charges can make you almost fly throughout the air towards your targets. If you're playing defensive and especially on payload, your grenades can bunch up over the objective and cause massive damage to anyone sticking to it. They basically become mini landmines that are hard to avoid until you run out of ammo. This allows you to use stickies for other things like traps, giving demo a more primary focused playstyle. The same general idea applies to an offensive loadout, except you can use both your primary and secondary extremely offensively. Put down a few stickies around the place for instant area denial, and just go to town on anyone trying to shoot you from far away. There's a good chance that, even if you don't hit them, the grenades will still do some damage and you'll be a massive annoyance. Speaking of a primary focused playstyle, the Iron Bomber is much friendlier to such a thing compared to stock. I happen to be one of few people who can't even sticky spam effectively, but I can pipe people for 100 semi-consistently, so it has an appeal on that front. Also, is it just me, or is it easier to hit direct hits with this thing? It feels like enemies are magnetized to it. I love whatever's causing that to happen. Now I know this is a rather short video, but I'm trying to get comfy with my editing software, my line delivery, my workflow, all that, and instead of artificially lengthening the video by doing something like adding a frag montage, I think I'll just end things here. Goodbye for now.